So I'm going to walk you through how I set up my smoker, and we're going to smoke a chuck roast. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've already prepped the chuck roast last night. I patted that dry, put some soy sauce on it, put some coarse black pepper on it, some coarse kosher salt, and some minced garlic, and some onion powder. Then wrap that all up and put it into the fridge last night. So it's been sitting overnight that way. I took it out about an hour ago. Just let it get to room temperature while I get the smoker ready. So let's go get that done, and we'll be right back. All right, I have about half a bag of charcoal that I'm putting inside the bottom of my smoker. I'm going to take out about 8 or 10 of those briquettes and put them in my little starter can. There's a coffee can that I put a wire handle on and put some vents on the bottom, and it gets 8 or 10 of these briquettes going for me just to start the smoker. So I took a piece of paper towel and I sprayed some cooking oil on it, light that up, and that's going to get my briquettes going. Happens pretty quick, and once it gets them all up and glowing red, I'm going to dump those in that little divot that I made and make sure they make some good contact. And I'm going to add my smoking wood. And on goes the middle section. Put the lid on, we're going to let this start getting up the temperature. Once it warms up a little bit, I'm going to scrape this down with a ball of aluminum foil just to get all that black and crud off of there, and then I'm going to wipe it down with a paper towel. Spray it down with some cooking oil. And then once this gets up to about 225, 230, I'm going to turn back my vents. And I'm going to leave them open at maybe a 1/4 inch. We'll see how that works out, but I want to get it up to 250, 275 and keep it there for the whole cook. So on goes the chuck roast. Now it's been about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and I want to take a look at it, and it's already looking pretty good. But I want to start spraying it now. And this is just water. This is just a basic cook. That's why I did salt and pepper, garlic, and I'm just putting water in here, but you can do apple juice and apple cider vinegar and different mixtures in there. So we're going to let this go for a while longer. All right. So I chopped up some onions, and I got those in a pan, and some bay leaves. That was like 2 onions and a couple of bay leaves and some fresh thyme sprigs. And I already took a peek at this, and I'm liking the way it looks. So I got the color that I want. It's been about 5.5 hours or so. So I'm going to take this off and get this into here. There's some beef stock. That smells good, and it looks good already. Get in the beef stock, and I'm going to go probably about halfway up this. It's probably going to take this whole thing. I want to give it plenty of moisture, but I don't want to cover it with it. All right, so we got about a little ways up there sitting on top, and now I'm going to cover it over with a double layer of aluminum foil. I'm going to crank up my smoker. I'll crank it up to probably about 325, and then we'll come back and check for tenderness. Probably an hour and a half, and we'll just keep checking from there because I want it to fall apart. So this got up to about 204, 205, and I figured it was time to bring it in, and we'll see how tender it is. So I'm gonna just open this up and give it a few pokes just to see how tender. Oh yeah, that probe goes in nice and easy, so it's perfect. Nice and tender. So I let that sit for about a good half hour, and I'm gonna take it out and let this just chill out while I make the gravy. Get that going. I'm gonna pour all that juice and everything into one of those fat separators. I have a big pitcher just to get all that onion and things out of there. Then I'm gonna take that juice and all that delicious broth out of there, and we're gonna put it into my pan, and we're gonna reduce that down. Not too much fat left in there. It's pretty minor what's left in there. So we'll let this bubble away for a little while and get it reduced and make our gravy. All right, so I've reduced my stock down by about half, probably a third, maybe pushing a half. And now I want to thicken it up because the taste is right there. I added a teaspoon also of Better Than Bouillon, which gave it some more color and some more depth and taste. I really like using that. So I'm going to use some red wine. I'm going to use some potato starch. And like with any starches, cornstarch, arrowroot, it's going to thicken on contact. All right, so that's dissolved in there. I'm going to put it back over on the heat here. I'm just going to add a little bit at a time and thicken this up, and we're going to see where it gets to. I like my gravies and my sauces pretty thick. We might even be doing a little bit more. Oh, it's getting there. That looks good. Look at how thick that's getting. So we're just going to mix this up, bring it back to a little simmer, and we're going to call this done. All right, so I have my gravy, which is all thickened up, and that came out really nice. And now I'm going to break up. So while I was making that, this was cooling off. Just pulling it apart, nice and tender. I'm going to dip some of this in the gravy. Oh, it looks good. Oh yeah, that's always a winner. That's so good. And that tender, pull apart. Look at that. Right, one more. Oh yeah, so good. You really have to try this. If you've never smoked a chuck before, you have to try this. So please give me a like, shoot me a comment, let me know what you think, or if you tried the recipe. Have a great evening.